620 of Class 12F will narrate an article written by the well-known journalist Aakar Patel in which he questions the treatment of the Islamic community.
Dear Muslim, how are you doing? Wait, don't tell me, I'll guess. First, I'm sure you're surprised at the use of just the word Muslim. More specifically, at the absence of the word Indian before it. I know, we reserve that only for you. Indian Muslim. We don't say Indian Gujarati or Indian Christian or Indian Parsi. We have absolutely no need of saying Indian Patel, for what else can they be? Even if they be actually from New Jersey, but Indian. Some, actually many, will say, well, we say it because that's how they describe themselves. No, they don't. I have never heard anyone introduce themselves as Indian Muslim. So let's accept that it's the rest of us forcing this on them. Anyway, so Muslim, how are you doing? Of course, you're doing poorly, and one would have to be monumentally stupid or blind or bigoted to not see that your country is treating you like rubbish. Do you fear us all? I would if I were you. Look at the pure nastiness we have around us generating hate against you. What do you make of their stories and discussions which more days than not are attacking you? I have stopped this ritual. Coming home in the evening and holding up the remote to scan what's on? I suppose you stopped doing it much earlier. What was it like to know that your country was turning against you? I suspect it might be like my trying to put myself in a woman's shoes. The other day, as I was cycling out of the office gate, I waved goodbye to a colleague. She turned to wave back at me. Some young men coming from the other direction immediately began hooting at her. I began to think of what it must be like to live with that constantly. It must be awful to be a woman in India. Is it like that with you? Or have you become inured to the insults and prejudice? I don't think so. You live with it, of course. It is a frightening thought. Even though it seems like there's not many of us around, I should say that not all of us loathe you. You have sought them out often. Of this, I'm quite sure. One wants to believe that humans are essentially good, even if the evidence is contrary or patchy. But what I'm not sure about is what you feel about our institutions. Do you feel protected when the Supreme Court fondles love jihad? Or when the High Court belts out Vande Mataram? Did you squirm with discomfort because you picked up contempt even more forcefully than the rest of us did? When our great leader separates Muslims from other Indians because of their faith, do you feel less Indian? Not for your sake, but mine. It has become unbearable, the thought of what we are doing to you. What must it be like to actually be you? Thank you.